Alright, y'all, thank you very much for joining me here for this rookie playthrough of the Monster Marsh Tournament. This will be holes 1 through 9 of the tournament wins. We'll talk about clubs, balls, elevation, and routes of play. So sit back and enjoy the video. Alright, we got hole number 1 here. This is par 3. We're going to play this one with a plus 10% elevation. We're going to play this one with a navigator ball, and we're going to play this one with a backbone. You could also use other long irons if you feel more comfortable with different long irons, but I like the backbone because of the accuracy that it offers. So the way we're going to play this one is we're going to play max left spin, which is about 2.5 bars on the navigator, about 2 1/4, and we're going to go half a bar of backspin. We're going to line up right there at the edge of the max line with our red ring. It looks like about 1/4 of the way into the rough. We're going to play this shot at max distance plus 10% for this shot, and we're not going to play with any kind of curl. We're going with about 2.3 rings here for this shot. Now we are aiming this shot coming in just a little bit left of the hole. As you're going to see, we hit the perfect shot, and the ball is going to nicely bounce here, but it's still going to come in a little bit to the right of the hole, so definitely maybe a little bit more of an offset to the left-hand side is warranted for this shot. Alright, so we got hole number 2 here, par 4. We'll be playing this one with the extra mile and also a backbone. You do want a long iron that has backspin to it, like 4 to 5 bars of backspin. So if you find that your backbone does not have that much, then you may want to look at your Saturn as an option. So as you see, we'll be playing this about mid-distance for our driver. We're going to go max top spin and 3 bars of right spin here. And we want to kind of just aim this one, put about the red ring out there on the edge, and aim that ball guide up the middle. So 3.4 wind with plus 10% is going to be 1.5 rings for our adjustment here with the extra mile. Hit that one perfect, and this one should be pretty much where we want it position-wise up the fairway. So just remember, if you don't have a long iron with a lot of backspin, especially your backbone, then you may want to look at your Saturn. For our second shot here, we're going to be looking at a 10% adjustment for our downhill. And if we were farther left, then we could think about bouncing it here. But since we're farther to the right, we're gonna play the shot off of this fringe here. As you see, that's probably our most consistent landing spot on this hole. And we want to go with bad backspin here. And then we just want to line this one up as best as we can towards that hole. 3.7 is going to be 2.6 rings. Hit that one perfect. Let's see how this one comes in. Very close. So definitely that's how I would play this hole. Maybe just align that ball guide up a little bit more with that left edge of the hole, but definitely plus 10% is how I would play this hole. Make sure you bring your long iron with backspin, so if you don't have a backbone with at least 5 backspin, then definitely the Saturn would be your club to bring for that shot. And move on to hole number 3. Alright, we got hole number 3 here, par 5. This one you can either play a hop off the island with a quarterback or an extra mile, or you could play an extra mile shot over the water and land it straight to the next fairway. So definitely you have options here off this tee box, and we're going to kind of look at both ways, I believe, and see what we think about them. Let's see what our opponent does here and how he decides to play his shot here. If you're going to play your shot over to the next fairway, you definitely got to use at least a power 3, a power 2 ball to be safe. You know, a Titan would probably be the safest way to play the shot. And if you use a power 2 ball, then you may have to play the shot with a little bit of overpower. The other option is to play a quarterback, where you hop it off the island. And if you're going to play that shot off the island, you definitely want to have at least 3 bars of topspin. So if you don't have that 3 bars of topspin with the quarterback, then you either have to switch it to an extra mile or upgrade your ball and just go for that extra mile shot over the water. And we're going to have our turn here in just a second. We'll look at that a little bit closer. We will be playing the shot at plus 10% elevation change as well off the tee box, so definitely keep that in mind. And let's see what we have here as far as our shot goes. I have a katana ball in, and as you can see, with that wind, I would have to overpower my shot a little bit. The thing about getting farther up in this fairway is it gives you a much easier second shot. So I think that's what I'm going to do here, is go with that. We're going to go with 2 backspin and 4 right spin here. We're just trying to aim it, we're just trying to land it right about in there. So we're going to go a little bit of right curl, a little bit of overpower, and this one should have set us up really nicely up this fairway. Like I said, the other option is playing the bump off of the island. Make sure to play a plus 10%. You want to use full topspin and right spin, and also use a little bit of right curl on that shot. So for the second shot here, I'm playing it with the Viper. You could play it with the Sniper if you do have a Sniper. And if you are not able to get your ball far enough up on this fairway, then you may want to have a big dog. So definitely depends on how you're going to play it. We're going to be playing it about mid-distance here. And we're going to play with 3 backspin and 2 left spin on this shot. And we're just going to kind of line this one up as best as we can with the hole. We're going to aim it just to the right edge of this hole. So 2.4 at mid is going to be 1.1 ring with a plus 0%. So we're not playing any kind of elevation adjustment here on this shot. We went 3 backspin, 2 left spin, played it at mid, and came very close. So we are just like a minute amount off on that adjustment as far as our lineup goes for that shot. So you want to play that shot just ever so slightly a little bit farther to the right side of the hole. If you look at that hole and then you look at the corner of the square that the hole is in, I would aim it in between the hole and that corner, and that's how I would play that shot. So I think we'll try it one more time on the other account, and we'll go with the quarterback approach and see how that goes. Alright, so if you do elect to play the quarterback shot where you skip off this island, like I said, you want to have at least 3 topspin, which we have. So we'll go 3 top and 5 right here. We're playing a plus 10% here on this shot. I'm going to go with the katana ball. You don't necessarily need the katana ball here, honestly. We're playing about mid-distance here on this shot. So 3.6 mid-distance is going to be 3.3 rings of adjustment. And we're going to go with a little bit of curl to the right, about half a ball curl to the right. We'll be good here. Don't think you technically need to use that much curl to the right, but it is good to use curl plus the right spin to keep the ball away from that bunker. So if you want to play that shot, that's how you play the quarterback shot. Hole 4 here is a par 4, and I'm going to show you 2 different ways to play this one. First with the extra mile rough bump, and then with the quarterback curl shot. The first way we're going to approach this one is with the rough bump, with the extra mile. For this shot, I definitely recommend playing both these shots at plus 20% elevation. A Titan ball, I definitely would recommend. It's going to take away the need for any kind of overpower on this shot, so that's why I'm going to go with the Titan ball as opposed to like a katana or something like that. This hole is just a very important hole to eagle because it's, in my opinion, must eagle. So 2 top spin, max right spin. We're going to aim our shot up here with the edge of our yellow ring there along the edge of the rough line. We want that ball guide second bounce to be nicely into the fairway to be able to roll up to the green. We're going to play plus 20% here, and then we're going to actually push up a half a ring after this adjustment, because when we do adjust for the wind, we do actually go down in elevation, so we have to compensate by pushing up a half a ring. We hit perfect. As you're going to see, this one hits the rough very nicely and is going to roll up towards the hole. The more aggressive you want to get with going towards the hole is definitely up to you. And you could probably go with a little bit more topspin if you wanted there in that instance. So this next shot is going to be with the quarterback. This is definitely another option. I wanted to test this out and see if it worked. I'm playing this shot with a katana ball. So if you wanted to use a Titan, this shot would be actually even a little bit easier, I think. So we're going to go with our max left spin, -1 bar, and max backspin. So 3 bars of backspin. We want to land this shot with the edge of the ball guide over that bunker. As you can see here, when I push up, the ball's over the bunker. And now we're going to adjust back max plus 20% for the shot. We're going to use a really good amount of curl because we are going to use that curl to kind of help bring that ball in. As you see, we get a nice bounce and a nice roll. And this one's actually going to stop quite nicely on the fringe for a very easy eagle chip. All right, we got hole number 5 here. This one's a par 5. We're going to be playing this one to the right side. We're going to be playing our drive with the quarterback. The accuracy is good. You don't really need an extra mile or its topspin for this shot. What we're really just trying to do is set ourselves up for a nice shot with our wood. You'll either be using the Viper or a sniper if you do have a sniper. We're going to play our first shot at a plus 10% here on the elevation change, and we're going to go with a quasar ball here. You could go with a katana ball with a little bit extra side spin to the left if you wanted to, but a quasar definitely will be sufficient in my opinion. So what we're going to do here is we're going to play our shot with the edge of our blue ring right there along the edge of the rough line. If you want to try to play the shot back farther and hop over the rough, that also will work. And with that shot, you wouldn't use curl. With this shot right here, I'm using curl. We're actually going to be curling our shot around the edge of that water. This is going to give ourselves a little bit more of a push to the left, and in my opinion, give you a little bit more of a line toward the hole with your wood. But either way will definitely work. So for the second shot here, we're playing a 0% elevation change on this shot. And I have the Viper, but definitely the Sniper would be a really good club to use on this hole. In fact, if you do have the Sniper leveled up a little bit, I'd recommend the Sniper. We're playing this shot pretty much pretty close to max adjustment here. We're going to go with 1 bar of backspin. We want the edge of that ball guide just to get over that rough line on that second bounce with 1 bar of backspin. If you want to go with more backspin, then you definitely want to have that ball guide extended a little bit farther past that rough line. So 3.6 wind, we adjust that shot, and we're going to make our shot here, hopefully hitting a perfect. We did not use any left or right spin on this shot, just 1 bar of backspin. Line the shot up towards the hole and hope for the best. We came up pretty close there and had a really good chance at the albatross. All right, we got hole number 6 here, par 3. We'll be playing this one with the Viper, and we'll be playing this at plus 20% for the elevation change. We're going to use a katana ball because we do want the extra added side spin for the shot. We'll play 2 backspin, max right spin for our spin adjustments. All right, so 2 backspin, max right spin is what we're going to be playing with this shot. You could possibly try to play a shot right here with a shot like this. Definitely has a chance. But I've always played the shot to this right side, and it's kind of what I'm used to. So that's what we're going to continue playing. So 2.8 at mid range is going to be 1.6 rings. We're going to use some curl on this shot. You want to go to the edge of the line and then a little bit extra. Ah, we hit great right. We'll see where this one comes in. Just to the right of the hole. So perfect shot would have been good. I think that's the perfect curl amount. Is you want to take the right edge of your ball just to the edge of that white line and then go just a little bit extra. And I think that is the good curl amount. You have the blue ring touching the bunker before the adjustment, and the ball guide looks like it's coming in about a square to the left of the hole. And that's where you go ahead and use that curl to bring it in the rest of the way. So hopefully y'all can get that dialed in, and we move on to our next hole. Alright, we got hole number 7. This one's a par 4. You know, there's always the possibility of playing the big topper shot to the right with full topspin. I just feel it's a very dangerous shot to play in this tournament. I think playing it to the left side, now that the green is much more flat, is definitely the safer and more consistent way to play this hole. So we're going to be playing it to the left side with our extra mile. We're going to go with a quasar ball with 3 topspin, max left spin. The thing about using too much topspin on this drive is it can actually put you in a point where you have a minimum thorn shot and you're required to use all your backspin. What I want to do is I want to put us in a spot on the fairway where we have a min thorn shot, but we can play it with 2 to 3 bars of backspin, which is more of the type of style of shot that we're used to playing. So I did not use my full curl. Next time I'll use full curl to go a little bit farther up the fairway and to the left. But from this position right here, we're still going to be okay. You play plus 10% off the tee box, and I'm going to play 0% elevation change for this second shot. As you see, we're in min, but we're in a spot where we can go with a couple bars of backspin and be okay with this shot. So we go with about 2.5 bars of backspin here for this shot. And we're just going to line this one up here about 1 square in front of the hole, and we're just going to go for the roll with that 1 square adjustment. So we're going to play min 0% here, which is not much of an adjustment at all with the thorn. We hit this one perfect. This one's going to come in, roll. It's going to get a nice little roll in here, and it's going to drop for the eagle on the left-hand edge of the cup. It would have been middle of the edge of the cup, except I realized I did pull a little bit crooked. All right, I got hole number 8 here. This is a par 3. We're going to be playing this one at plus 10% downhill. We'll play this one with a marlin ball to keep ourselves from being out of in-between clubs. And as far as the club goes, we're going to go with the Viper or the Sniper. In this video, I will be using the Viper, and I'll be playing the shot with 1 top spin, no left spin, no right spin. The red ring is going to be cut about halfway into the edge of the rough. What we're going to be looking for here is the end of our ball guide, kind of pointing at the front left edge of the green square, as you can see right there. And then from there, we're going to play the shot and see where we end up. Once we see where this shot ends up, we can make small adjustments to the shot. And as far as the adjustments goes on this shot, I would do more of like target movement. So I would move, if I miss right on this shot, I'd move that initial aim point of the ball guide a little bit farther to the left or to the right, vice versa. And it looks like we're going to miss to the right of the hole by about 1 square. So the next time I or you play this shot, if you're going to use this setup, I would try to aim that shot a little bit farther left of the setup point that I used. Alright, so we got hole number 9 here, par 5. We'll play 10%, plus 10% elevation off the tee box. We play an extra mile and a Viper or Sniper on this hole. And I'm going to be using a Titan ball. You could definitely use a Berserker ball on this hole as well to kind of take out the overpower factor. So definitely keep that in mind as an option for this play. But plus 10% is the play. So plus 10%, we're going with our extra mile. And we'll be playing, let's see, 2.5 is basically just about a ring. 1.1 rings. So our ball is going to land right about right there. Full top spin. So we need to put some overpower on this one, definitely. So go top spin and some right spin here. And it's a little bit of overpower. If you go with the Berserker ball, that overpower will not be required. But with the Titan ball, it's definitely a needed thing. So just keep that in mind. If you're playing this shot and you don't want to overpower, then you may just want to upgrade it to a Berserker or even a Power 4 ball. So for our second shot here, playing a 0% elevation. Play this one at about mid distance. We'll play it with some left spin and back spin, so 3 and 2. That's what we're going to go with here. Trying to aim this one towards the hole as best as we can. So 2.5 is going to be 1.2 rings, which is our mid adjustment for this shot. perfect, and let's see how this one comes in. Should come in nice. Come in a little bit hot maybe. Yep, it's a little bit hot, so maybe go 3 backspin, 3 left spin on that shot. Unless you have a little bit more of a lined up shot to the hole, then you don't have to use spin. I would say this is one of those shots where you have to kind of change up your spin depending on your location on the fairway for your drive. So if you are at a point where you have a little bit more of a straight look at the hole, then you can, play that shot with not as much of a spin adjustment. But if you are like where I was, you don't want to play that shot as close to that rough, so you want to play the shot a little bit farther to the right. In that case, you need to use some left spin on the shot. And nice shot by my opponent. Well done. So in closing, I would say use some backspin on the shot, or trust, like if you have a sniper, you could trust your ball guide and play the shot a little bit farther back and not quite rely on as much spin to make your shot. Alright, we got hole number 9 here, par 5. What we're going to be doing here this time is showing you the same exact shot as I played the last time, except we're going to use a berserker ball. If you remember, with the Titan we had to overpower the shot, but with the berserker ball we should be able to play the shot without any kind of overpower at all and achieve the same results. So extra mile here, max top spin, a little bit of right spin, 2 bars of right spin. We want to aim the shot through the middle of that fairway area right there. We're trying to great proof our shot. You're going to see me with the edge, my red ring kind of cutting into the rough right here. If you want to play a little bit safer, you can play the shot with that red ring more at the edge of the rough, and then just add on a little bit extra right spin onto the shot to help the ball continue towards the middle of that fairway area. So we hit this one right here, no overpower, just a regular shot, and you're going to see very similar results as what we had with the Titan. You are going to get a little bit more of a rollout here with this shot and the berserker, and that will cause some issues for this next shot, especially if you don't have higher level clubs in the Viper category or sniper. You don't want to go too far up this fairway on the drive, because then you're going to be stuck in a position where you are at min club real quickly and you don't have the backspin to really set up the shot. With this Viper, I would have more than enough backspin, but I'm not going to use the full amount of backspin just so that it'd be more in relation to like someone that has a little bit lower level Viper. You're not going to have more than 3 bars of backspin on this shot. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to do the best that we can. We line the shot up with backspin and left spin, and then we're going to make our adjustment at max club, and we're going to play 0% elevation for this shot. Hit this one perfect. This one's going to come in close, but it's going to come in a little bit too hot still as a result of our shot too far a little bit up the fairway. But nonetheless, it's going to be a very easy putt for the eagle. Alright y'all, thank you very much for being here for this rookie playthrough video. This was holes 1 through 9 of the current Monster Marsh Tournament. These were the tournament wins, and hopefully you can use this video and the information that you watched here to apply it towards your qualification round, hopefully to the point where it can boost you into the opening round and then hopefully into the weekend round as well. Just kind of a little bit of information. This video is meant for like more of a guide path. These are definitely not final set in stone type shots. These are more kind of shots to kind of get you on your way. Hopefully from here you will take this information, work on dialing it in a little bit better to the point where you can really get some of these drops to start falling for you on a consistent basis during the tournament. So thank you all very much. Hit that thumbs up on the way out. Check out the channel for other content. Make sure to hit that subscription button, and also hit that notification bell to be notified when I release new videos. All right, take care. Have a good day. God bless.